Aw, shit. Here we go again. Aw, shit. Aw, shit. Ah, shit. We're good. We're toasty. We're doing it. We're feeling good. We're ready. At least I am. I don't know about you. What's up? What up? What's up, everybody? So, if you were on the stream yesterday, I said, nah, we're not streaming tomorrow. We're going to stream on Wednesday. We'll go over it then, etc., etc. And I changed my mind. You know, last night, so here's what happened. Obviously, today we're going to break down the James Gunn DCU announcements. Okay? Here's what happened. The press got to get a bunch of information from James Gunn yesterday. I assume it was like Gunn, Safran, maybe Zaslav was there as well. And so they got to like hear all about this stuff yesterday. Okay? And today, in about a half hour, less than a half hour, all of the, like the embargo or whatever, that shit's over. So all of these different press that were there are going to begin reporting on what they were told yesterday. That's how it's going to go down. Okay? And man, I started like getting hyped up last night. You know, it's crazy. This has never happened to me before. It's never happened! It's never happened to me before, you know? Obviously, James Gunn and I, not best friends. He got me kicked out of my mom's basement. Kind of sucks. DC and I, not best friends. You know, despite liking a lot of DC comics from back in the day, live action stuff has been a complete mess. I'm a Snyder bro. Restore the Snyder Cut? What the fuck? So there's a lot of reasons that, like, I wouldn't be particularly that excited or hyped up about it, and yet it happened. I don't know how it happened, but I got hyped up. I got excited. Okay? Got hyped up. Got excited. First thing I want to know from you, DOS Chat. How excited are you guys? On a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you guys? On a scale from 1 to 10. 6, 9, 2, 5, 4, 8? Wow. Okay, so it's a little all over the place. Okay, so there's some hype out there, but there's a lot of skepticism, it would appear. A lot of skepticism. By the way, guys, a little bit different on today's stream. I'm just going to read chats, or I'm going to try to read super chats as they come in. We're going to like break this down and go over it together, but then I have to go make a video about this, okay? So I don't think we're going to do a full section of Q&A at the end. That shit would just get crazy, because trust me, there's going to be questions. So Greet Pack here says, Josh, my dude, good news and bad news. The bad, cat still licks butt like there is no tomorrow. A complete face berry in the fuzz. The good, our third eye is open and our cheeks sparkle. Let's go! Amen! Amen! To your butt sniffing cat. Okay, Tristan, welcome to the Nerdventures. You are a Nerdventure. By the way, I do know the Slate. Just gonna throw that out there. I know it. Fahad says, with a very generous $20 hauler, says, here are my hopes, theories, and predictions. Superman, Secret Origin / Brainiac, Batman and Robin, Under the Red Hood, Wonder Woman, Themyscira, Green Lantern Corps, Earth 1, The Flash Reverse War, Justice League, Crisis. Oh, The Flash Reverse War, Justice League Crisis. I like all of those ideas, bro. Those are really cool ideas. Yeah, those are really cool. I've always said Brainiac would be an incredible villain to bring in. Batman and Robin under the hood, that would be an incredible story. Of course, with Jason coming back as Red Hood, really crazy. So yeah, you've named some incredible ones. Now, here's what let's do a couple of different things. And I really appreciate the support, man. I'm glad that you're in here just experiencing it with us because it's going to be really, really fun. We got about 20 minutes till the articles start dropping, and it's going to be really cool, okay? Let me go over my predictions. Tell us the slate B. I will not tell you the slate. I will tease one thing out a little bit before we go that has me so excited, dude. Like, holy shit. There's one project on the list. And when I saw it, I was like, dude, no fucking way. No fucking way, bro. And it's like, the thing is, it's kind of deep cut. So I do wonder how many of you guys will be like excited about it. I feel like I'm going to have to explain why it's so hyped, but I will. Okay, regardless, Red Proctor says it seems to me that the Batman and the DCU will separate with what they are teasing. It's a good idea to establish Batman with Bat Family already. Let's go. Yeah, we'll of course touch on that when the announcement comes out, and I'm so curious as to what you guys will think of this because there's one particular element, if it's true, right? I don't even know if what I heard is true. Who knows? You know, third floor basement, zero sources, who knows? But if it is true, what I heard, that's going to be the thing that pisses the Snyder fans off. And we'll get into it and we'll explain why it's going to piss them off. And it's the word. There's a particular word that's going to just cause everybody to go crazy. Anyway, let me go over my predictions. And these were predictions made before I had any information about it. My first prediction is that James Gunn was going to keep it vague as to whether or not it was a full reboot or a soft reboot, that he would keep it vague on that. Okay, so that's my first prediction. We'll see if I get it right. Number 2, that he's going to write and direct Superman, and it's going to go into production by the end of this year. They will roll cameras, or at least get ready to roll cameras by the end of this year. Third is that you were going to get a Lantern project. And my hope, of course, is that the Lanterns are a big deal with what he's doing for DC. The Lanterns are such an important part of a lot of huge DC stories. So it's such an underutilized aspect of the DC, toy box. So it's like, really, really want that. And then my last prediction was you will see a Justice League movie of some kind put on the slate for 2023, 2024. Okay? And I can't tell you yet if I got those right or wrong. So it'll be cool. It'll be cool to experience it together in just a little bit. Stuart says, if Josh knows the slate and is doing a live stream, it must be juicy. My son hit 8 months and still not getting sleep. How are you hanging in there? Good nights and bad nights. Last night was a very good night. Liam slept very well, and he slept in, which was really nice. I want to be satisfied with The Flash. Which one? The Flash movie that's coming out this year? Are you satisfied with what you heard? Take my money, boss, says Pretty Nikki. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm really satisfied. I'm super excited. There's a lot of questions, though, and I'm hoping that we get a lot of clarification in what is going to be talked about today. Like, it just kind of depends on what kind of information they were given yesterday. Hopefully, they were given a ton of information. They're going to write detailed articles that break down, at least like what the general plan is for these different projects, because even let's just say a Superman project, right? Like, that's not spoiling anything. We all knew there was, or thought there was going to be a Superman project. So just saying a Superman project and even giving it a name doesn't necessarily tell you anything about the project. And so one would assume that yesterday James Gunn didn't just come out with a list and be like, here's what we're doing. Boom, bada boom, bada boom. Suck on that. And then he left. Assuming he said other things, we will have more to break down today. Adon says, what's up, Josh? Hoping for a Nightwing project or a Static project. 420 Avengers for life! Taking a few blinkers for the slate. I don't know what that means, but let's just say we're blinked up. Old School says, what did you think about the Red Hood arc on Titans? Bro, I'm sorry. I don't watch Titans. Okay? I don't watch Titans. I've heard it's good. I've got friends that watch Titans that say I should watch Titans. Okay? But literally, since Thwaite said, F you Batman, or whatever he said, or fuck Batman from back in the day, it was a no for me. It was a no for me. Red Proctor says, who's your ideal pick for Batman in the DCU? I have two actors, Jensen Ackles and Scott Adkins. Maybe John Hamm. He's my wild card. I am hyped. Dylan O'Brien, top pick for Nightwing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so bad at casting. That's like literally probably the worst thing. And I get asked that question all the time. Like, people ask me about casting or who I would cast for this, that, second, and third all the time. It's literally like, I can't do it. I'm not good at that. I have many talents. Okay, I can do this. But I can't cast shit. Sorry. It's not how we do it around here. Ben says, we need a modern blue and gray suit in the movie. Ooh, that would be pretty exciting. That would be pretty exciting. Maybe that's a good one. Maybe you guys could tell me, what would be your dream project? What's your dream project? Hey, wait, Dirty, what? Pause? What's your dream project, man? Like, what are you guys, like, really, really hoping to see? Batman Who Laughs? World Finest? World Finest would be dope. And also, smizash the like button if you are excited for this stream. Swamp Thing? Oh, interesting. Swamp Thing. Wouldn't that be cool? Green Lantern. Oh, Green Lantern. Wouldn't that be cool? Condiment Man. Yeah, that would be funny. Ooh, somebody has one of the projects. Yeah. I pulled up the member chats. We got them pulled up. Kevbot says Final Crisis and some kind of New Gods movie. That would be pretty cool. So let me ask you guys another question, okay? What do you think would be worse if the Slate, or the first chapter, as he's calling it, if it was really underwhelming? Like, I guess in a sense that would be really, really bad. But I almost feel like if it was too ambitious, if it was like way too ambitious, that could be bad as well. That's why it's in your thumbnail? What are you talking about? Booster Gold? Yeah, I mean, okay, so we'll talk about the teases and the leaks and everything in a second. Give me all the ambition. More Mother Truck and Joker? Do you read any DC comics right now? No, not really, man. I'm trying to make my way through Dark Crisis. And I guess they're starting, like, whatever they're doing in the Superman book, because there's something that just happened where, like, Superman got a new power, and then Calvin Hobbes from, I think, Earth 23 found that, like, somebody in the multiverse is killing, like, Superman. That seems kind of interesting. But no, I honestly, like, me and DC, it's crazy. I used to read so much DC. Particular book I really enjoyed that may or may not be announced today. But I used to read, when I was, like, really young, it was DC all day. Loved the Justice League, loved Green Lantern. I read a lot of, like, Grant Morrison's Justice League, like Mageddon. Anybody remember that run? I've talked about it before, but it was such a wild-ass Grant Morrison Justice League thing. So I used to read them a lot more. Then I kind of got out of comics for a while just in general. And when I came back to comics, it was really Marvel. And it was Jonathan Hickman and New Avengers when T'Challa finally joined the Illuminati. And I remember seeing the solicitations for that and being like, I don't know if y'all remember, that cover was so good for that first New Avengers book. And so that got me back into comics. And then I read a lot of Marvel currently, a lot of present Marvel. Trashbot Boat says a movie with Mr. Freeze, like the animated series, or Killer Croc Arkham style, huge and terrifying, or a really solid Green Lantern film. Yes. Let me ask you guys this. How many projects do you think will be announced today? How many do you think he's going to talk about? How many projects? Wow, there's a lot of variety in what you guys think, huh? Yeah. So, man, let me tell you guys a little something, okay? So, as yesterday, I started to get excited for the announcement. But of course, it's DC, it's James Gunn, and so there's a part of me, just being a chaotic being, that just, wants to shit on it and wants to, I've got maybe a couple of reasons why I would revel in James Gunn not crushing this, right? And the way I was looking at it yesterday was look, it's going to be very fun and very entertaining either way, because it's either a really great announcement and it seems solid, or it's horrible, it's trash, and we all get to laugh and throw stones at James Gunn, okay? And man, I just can't believe how excited I am. And I said it on Twitter, but I'm going to say it again. If what I have heard is true, I may become a James Gunn simp today. And that's a weird arc. That's a weird arc to go on. Damn, being a DC fan is such a roller coaster ride. Whew. I know. It's crazy. How is this happening? What happened? Who am I? What is the purpose of life? How am I going to be this excited for Stinky C? James Stinky Gunn! Ah! Damn it! How did it happen? Damn it! No! Okay. All right, let's tease one thing out that I think is just so damn cool, bro. Whew! Or should we wait just a little bit more? Or should we wait? Just a little bit more. Not too much further to go now. Not too much further to go now. Orange Grove says, I don't think I've ever seen a James Gunn film that wasn't full of comedy. Curious how he handles things like Superman, etc., and lean more serious. Yeah, for sure. So also, that's another interesting point. A lot of the stuff that's, again, until we see it officially, it's just a rumor, but a lot of the stuff as I was looking at, I was like, that seems really cool, but keep James Gunn away from it. You know what I mean? Now, the one project that I'm super excited for, it's perfect for James. This is the perfect project for James to write and direct. But Superman is not. Like a Batman thing is not. A Green Lantern thing is not. Although Green Lantern may be close, depending on what the Lantern lineup is. But that's a whole nother side of it. So there's sort of layers to what he is attempting to do and what I think his job in this scenario is. As the creative, as the person that's crafting this thing, he has to come up with ways that it's going to tie together, because that's a whole nother thing. We're going to look at these projects and we're going to be like, oh, how does doot, and doot. But he also has to find talent that's like the best person for that gig. And look, man, at the end of the day, even though I think today will be filled with a lot of hype and people will be really excited about what's to come, it's no guarantee that any of it's going to be nailed. And to be honest with you, if the very first thing, which I think will be the Superman project, if that flounders, fails, or isn't that dope, just pack it up. You know, just literally pack it up. So, like, let's not get overboard with the level of excitement that we have here. But I think he may have crafted something pretty cool. Something different. And, you know, using maybe some more obscure DC things to lean into some of his strengths could be good, but it could also be, it could hold the thing back a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense. But, yeah, we're going to see. Gaddy says, first Super Chat as a nerd venture. Thoughts on Christopher Nolan directing a DC film? If so, what character / superhero group would suit him? I mean, of course, Christopher Nolan could come back. It would be absolutely incredible. I just don't know if he'll be able to blend his style into the James Gunn DCU. So I don't know if that's going to ever happen. But I mean, Christopher Nolan can do no wrong, in my opinion. Absolutely incredible. Incredible director. The Tommy Dean says he's going to tease 7 projects, all culminating in a new project called Suicide Squad Forever. Also, use that GameStop gift card to help get a PS5. So thanks. Dude, that's sick. I'm glad that you made good use of it, for sure. Okay, should I tease the one thing out? Should I just tease the one thing? And maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. Maybe nobody get mad at me. Nobody get upset. And hopefully the snipers don't take us down. Should I tease it? Oh, wow, it does say the first super chat. Okay, that's interesting. So Tristan says, forget all that. I'm hyped. Nice. Okay, so of course, we don't know if this is true, right? And you know, I'll just tease it out, and maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. Maybe it's something real, maybe it's not real. Have any of you ever read a book called The Authority? The Authority? Warren Ellis and then Mark Waid, 2 absolutely incredible runs back to back. Stormwatch. Yeah, see, like, this is the thing. Like, so I'm over here like, boner! But most of the normies are going to be like, the fuck is that? Why should I be excited for that? Oh, we'll get into all of it if it's true. If it's true. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed your super chat. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. Where's it at? Where's the super? Which one was it? Diamond Joe? Batman? Wait. What the buttholes? What is this? What the heck? I missed a couple super chats, it looks like. Do you know Feige's going to announce FF cast or Spider-Man news soon? So the slate... so after the slate, the shift focuses back to Marvel. We'll see, man. That's a whole nother thing. Is like, I'm interested to see how Feige is going to play with DC now, because his, you know, in some ways his protege is over there. Now the competition. It's pretty interesting. Tagged you to an announcement on Twitter. Watch it. How does DC find money to produce and launch a whole new DC universe? That's a very good question. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. I don't know how that works, like, because they can't even afford to, like, properly promote their movies, like, right now. So I don't know. But I don't think this is a small amount of projects. Old School says they could do a live-action take on Aquaman, Throne of Atlantis. You know, they could. I suppose they could. We're 3 minutes away. It's a trap! Admiral Akbar's voice. Don't turn to the dark side, Josh. No. No dark side here. No dark side here. Should we check out the tweeters and see what's happening? Should we get prepared? Should we pull up the old this screen here? Shall we? Should be soon. Should be soon. I'm so curious, man. I'm so curious to see what you guys think of all of this. Of course, like whether or not a lot of this stuff is true. And I'm pretty excited. Fernie says, my most random take, but I've always just wanted Johnny Knoxville as Joker. Johnny Knoxville wouldn't be a bad Joker, actually. I think that could play. I think that could be cool. Josh, how can I get you and Rob to stop putting spoilers in the thumbnails? You can't. You have no power here. You have no power here. And also, what are you talking about, dude? I don't do that. I don't do that. Is it out, Josh? I don't know. I don't know if he'll announce any actors. That's an interesting one. You think Jason will either be dead or resurrected? I expect Batman to be in his 30s, 40s. Oh, and Nightwing will be active. Oh. Oh. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. There's a video announcement? Oh, shit. A video announcement. DC Studios. Let's go. There's a little bit of pee coming out of me right now. Amen. Wait, what? No, wrong. Bad. Yeah, I'm excited. Are you guys excited, dude? I'm excited, man. I'm wondering what kind of information. So this is what we'll do. We'll react to the video together. We'll see, because I think there's going to be some articles and some stuff like that. I expect this friggin' guy here will probably tweet about it. This freaking guy. Define excited. I mean, come on, bro. You're not excited. If you asking me that, you're not excited, dog. Come on, man. How old do I think Superman and Batman are going to be? Young. It's time, boyos. You're Damn, this looks sick. Come on, James. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, dude, that would be cool. Wildcats. No, we're not getting no Wildcats. At least I don't think so. Come on, man. Quantum Mania spot just dropped? All right, look, fuck it. We're going to watch that instead. Yeah. How does he know? Stuff's like leaking out like crazy probably right now. Wait, is this it? Oh, okay, so the Wrap has an article about it. So articles have dropped. But is there a video? Should we wait for the video, or should we just get into one of the articles? Wait for the video? Is there a video? Okay, so yeah, so what I heard was true. What I heard was true, because the Superman Legacy was the name that I was given. The chapter's called Gods and Monsters, which is pretty crazy. I don't know if there is a video. So hopefully the Authority shit was true as well. Because the Authority is dope, bro. Guys, I don't see a video. Wait, there is a video? There's no video. Okay, well, let's just break it down here then. Let's break it down. Let's react to it together, okay? Blah, 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 blah. Wait, why isn't this in order? I mean, maybe it is in order. Go to discussing film. Dude, discussing film blocked me. Hollywood Reporter. I mean, I guess we could do THR. That's fine. Okay. So, yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Weird stuff, okay? So, let's digest it together. Let's digest it together, okay? Let's start from the top. A new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, but featuring Bruce Wayne's murderous son. A Superman movie on the release schedule. Mark your calendars for July 11, 2025. A Game of Thrones drama set on Wonder Woman's home island of Themyscira. An animated series already in production. Creature Commandos? Wait, what? It's all just a part of what will be coming to theaters and TV screens as a part of the DC Studios bosses James Gunn and Peter Safran's new slate. The pair have been busy in the 3 months since taking over and combining the film and television slate of DC properties, including live action and animation, as well as gaming. They revamped the way the movie and TV sides do business, cutting ties with projects and creators. A writer's room was formed to find an overall story that will launch a unified DC universe. Creators have been approached, and a plan, at least part of one, for what is being billed as Chapter 1 God and Monsters was I think it's Gods and Monsters, was formulated and a slate of projects put into development. Now, after ambitiously promising fans that they would have something to show on February 1st, Gunn and Safran have unveiled the first part of their slate. It's a combination of big and unknown heroes, along with lesser-known characters who may just become big, like the once obscure Guardians of the Galaxy film over at Marvel Studios. The duo shared their plans Monday with the reporters in a petite and tidy screening room on the Warner Brothers lot in Burbank. One of our strategies is to take our diamond character, which is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and use them to prop up other characters that people don't know. That's very interesting. That is a Marvel-esque strategy. And continued Safran to build those lesser-known properties into diamond properties of tomorrow. That's pretty cool. Well, the plan may shift, cautions the duo. Here's the initial slate of Chapter 1 in the order they hope it will appear. Creature Commandos. Okay? And I have a whole thing pulled up for Creature Commandos already. Here, I'll just drag it over here. Creature Commandos is a special military unit under Project M composed of supernatural monsters. Their original members during World War II included Frankenstein, Gorgon, a vampire, werewolf, Warren Griffith, and the new 52 rebooted them as well. So literally like a monster-esque Project M kind of a project, animated, really interesting. They say here an animated 7-episode series written by Gunn. Dude, I already don't like how much he's writing. I'm just gonna say it. I'm excited for the slate. I think it's good. James Gunn posted a video. Like I said, love James Gunn. Gunn can do no wrong. Where's he at? Oh God, it's a video of him. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Chet, I was about to make a joke about how we're better at YouTube than James Gunn, and you just fucked that transition up. So thanks. All right, let's listen to what the man has to say.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn.
We know!
CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time.
How dare you?
Our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent.
Hold me back. Hold me back.
The same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside,
what's up with these jump cuts? Motherfucker can't just talk.
Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DC continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty...
Now, that is going to piss a lot of people off, and it's that word, Elseworld. That's going to piss a lot of people off, because why can't you have the Snyderverse as an Elseworld then? That's the whole thing, right? And that's what's going to be the problem. Anyway, let's keep going.
Lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year...
Yo, okay, for real though, give me a temperature in the room here, guys. Because how are you feeling so far? Like, are you excited? Are you like, like, where's the temperature at? Like, where are you guys at with this? Yeah, because I got to tell you, you guys know I always keep it real. I was more excited before I started watching this video. I was more excited when I had the leaked information, and fuck, man. We'll see. It'll probably be all right. But, like, why even do that little intro thing that's like, hey, like, these movies still exist, like, I give a fuck about them, and we're going to have Elseworld. Like, why do any of that? Like, just talk to us about your shit. I don't know, man.
Will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action.
That's a good idea.
The next project up is Waller.
Don't bury the lead.
This is the story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see.
Okay, now shut the fuck up and talk about the good shit.
The true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it.
This is being written by me. This is being written. Okay, anyway,
July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other Lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective, with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU.
Perfect.
Next is a
Perfect. Okay. Oh, fuck yeah. Authority next. Let's go. Okay, now that is some hype shit. Using the lanterns, and I love the True Detective thing. Like, that's very good, like, pitch, log line. Like, I get it. Using the lanterns to unravel a greater mystery that will be like the wide, whatever event. Very good. Just start with that, dude. I don't need to know about the obscure animated shit that you wrote both. All right, but let's keep going.
Big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television...
Okay, we're going to talk a lot about Authority, because that shit is hype, and he is perfect for that. Why aren't you saying you're writing that? Like, that would have been dope. James is the perfect person to write and direct Authority. The Authority and the Stormwatch characters are incredible, and I'm going to gush about that a lot after we get through this video announcement. We'll go into the article, and I'm going to I love Authority. Love it.
Series called Paradise
Wait,
Law.
Somebody said stop pause, so now I got to pause again. Y'all motherfuckers got to learn. And I'll do it again.
Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold.
Nice.
The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin.
He's
a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes.
Booster fun.
He's a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series.
I love it.
One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way, so she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about, a very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
Okay, so good stuff in there, mid stuff in there. Overall, I gotta say, I don't think that was a good video. The announcements themselves are cool, and I think that he has the right ideas with the slate. But to me, like, dude, that video was... I feel like that video was hastily made, if I'm being honest with you. Like, the cuts are weird. There's tonal changes that feel very, very sudden. And I know some people are like, oh, maybe that doesn't matter or whatever. I feel like for your first big announcement, you should have something way more polished than this, something way crazier. Or just don't do the video and let the articles speak for themselves. That's just my opinion. Yes. But having said that, the Authority is dope as hell. So we absolutely have to talk about that. We absolutely have to talk about a lot of these projects that I do think are actually pretty cool. So, super curious. After the vid, now that we have the projects, where's the hype level? How do you feel? How do you feel? Below, mid? All right, we got to go to the polls. Let's go to the polls! Yeah, see, like, and my thing, like, honestly, and maybe it's just because, like, I do video daily, I just felt like that is, if that's a YouTube video, that has terrible retention. Like, you started with two pretty weak projects. You started goobly glob, like, basically, I still give a fuck about these projects, even though they have nothing to do with my shit. No, man, don't bury the lead. Get into your hype shit. Talk your shit. Get excited about the stuff you're excited about. Like, that's a bad YouTube video. But again, that's not his job. His job is not to be that guy, right? But I kind of feel like he's so obsessed with having the narrative and not having leaks and not having secretives and shit like that he doesn't want a production studio or somebody to edit a video for him because he doesn't want it to leak out. You know? That's just my take. Let's go to the polls. Let's go to the polls. Yeah, and way too much of I'm writing this. Way too much of that. All right. How hyped do these announcements have you? Let's do big hype. medium hype. No hype. And hashtag fire James Gunn. Let's go to the polls. Let's go to the polls. Okay. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. So 21% out the gate are at a big hype level. 51% are at a medium hype level. And if I'm being honest with you, okay, 90% of you are no hype and 9% of you are hashtag fire James Gunn. Alex says, I'm so happy about Damian now giving Nightwing, Red Robin, Affleck to direct. Okay. Here's the thing. And this is like what I'm trying to explain. I think this slate deserves more hype than was just delivered. I feel like the way I'm seeing this play out, particularly like with the Green Lanterns being so central to the story, because they're going to discover a thing that's like this big, wider thing, and that's going to like tie it all together. Chef's kiss. Brilliant. I think that in and of itself is so interesting and so cool that like it already has me really, really excited, and it feels very different than what came before. The Authority itself, amazing, incredible. Again, I think James is perfect for that. We'll pull up the Authority stuff in just a second. Superman Legacy, cool, but we know nothing about it. Like, there's nothing, like literally nothing that he said in there. Brave and the Bold is really interesting, and I'm a huge Damian Wayne fan. I absolutely love Damian Wayne, and he's my favorite Robin as well. And so, like, I feel like I understand where he's going with that, and like, yeah, the Grant Morrison shit is dope, bro. So Damian's a really, really fun character, and I like that as a difference to a lot of other live-action Batman. We've never had that in live action. Son of Batman, you know, really good animated show or movie that sort of covers a lot of the Grant Morrison stuff. Fascinating character, right? So, like, the thing that's creepy about Damian is, like, Ra's al Ghul is literally so obsessed with the detective, that's what he calls Batman, that he, like, gets his daughter to procreate with Bruce. They, like, take advantage of Bruce, and Talia, well, she gets that, she gets that baby. She gets that baby, and it's really cool, man. It's a really interesting story, and I really, really like it. But I think that, you know, starting the announcement off with those two animated series and how, you know, like they want to have the same voice actors and stuff, like that's cool. It feels like there was a ton of cool ideas that are presented, but it wasn't presented in a succinct way that sort of like explains what this is going to be. And then his line about story and how story is going to be the only thing that matters to us. It's like, bro, like, what does that mean? And you want all this individual stuff. Like, what does that mean? Like, is that are you the new DC or the old DC? Like, what's actually happening here? You know? And I think the other thing that's like really weird and the unspoken, like the thing that people are going to be upset about is the fact that he literally just said, and we'll watch the video, we can watch it again. He said, like, all these projects, not Snyder stuff, are all going to be labeled as Elseworlds. But Shazam can tie in. Like, Shazam's always been its own thing, even though they used the Henry Cavill suit at the end of the first one. Like, what? Like, Shazam's always been its own thing. Yeah, like, what did he say? Let's listen to what he said exactly at the beginning.
Hey, everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as Many of you know DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman, or Todd Phillips' Joker, or Teen Titans Go. Clearly labeled as DC Elseworld.
It is clearly labeled as DC Elseworld. Okay.
Outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of...
Oh, man. I got mixed feelings, guys. I really have some mixed feelings on this. Like, there's good stuff here. And I want to just get excited about, like, mainly Authority. Authority is so dope, bro. Like, it is literally one of my favorite comics. I sent images of Authority to the colorist that I'm working with on my comic. Like, I love the Authority. It's seminal. I love Warren Ellis. Warren Ellis is incredible. And then that Mark Waid run, unbelievable. So there's good stuff here. But there's a lot of, like, what? So as far as, like, my predictions were, okay, I think that I was right about him keeping it vague. What do you think? Yes or no? Was I right about him keeping it vague? Because I feel like this is about as vague as he can be. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is almost as vague as it could be. Like, what does that mean? I feel like I could watch that first 30 seconds 10 more times and still not know exactly what the fuck he's trying to say. Like, what? It's unfortunate they can't run full force towards Justice League characters because they still have to deal with the unreleased films tied to the Snyder stuff. Should push those to theaters now. Wait, what? Unreleased films tied to the Snyder stuff. They should push those to theaters now. Well, I think what he's saying here is that in a weird way, these coming movies can tie into the DCU. But I don't... Like, what? Like, what? I'm shocked by that. Sozin's comment says, kind of surprised that no North Star was announced for DC. Seems like a bunch of random projects like Booster Gold, Swamp Thing, but where does it all lead? Slate needs more juice / connective tissue. Yeah, I agree with that, actually. I think that, like, the Green Lantern is, like, the only hint at that happening. Like, I don't know, man. Like, dude, this is a confusing video, and I'm not even trying to, like, be a punk. Like, this is legitimately not a good video. Not a good way to explain this shit. Like, I'm having a fucking moment up here. I'm having a fucking moment. We're live right now, and I can't make heads or tails of this. I don't know what's going on. I thought I was going to be excited. I went from thinking, I'm going to shit all over James Gunn. I'm just going to being like, no, dude, I'm a James Gunn simp. Are you kidding me? The fucking Authority. And now I'm watching this video, and I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? Whew. Oh my God, bro. I don't know what's happening. Elijah says, I'm way past hype or hopeful. I need to see 3 years of trending good content which respects the fans before I give them a single cent. Yeah. All right, we'll see, bro. Vandolph the Black says, Gunn's vibe is so indie filmmaker. It seems like he's going to make low-budget runs on the first project so he can afford Superman. Cheap flicks, bro. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily describe The Authority as a cheap flick. It depends. Like, the end of that run is literally like a demon dimension thing that they're fighting against, I'm pretty sure, of that first, like, 6 issues. It's bananas, dude. Or maybe that was the Stormwatch run. I got to go back and reread a lot of this stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I would describe it as that. And a Green Lantern show cannot be low budget. Like, you're talking about massive amounts of CG, constructs, intergalactic, images, all sorts of crazy stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know if that's even, I see what you're saying. I suppose you could say it's cheaper than like going full Justice League right away. Patrick says they need to move on from all of them now is my point. Push the Snyder stuff into theaters now so a full reboot can happen and be done without the waiting. Okay, so that's what you're saying. Like, just wait, push that stuff out, and then make the announcement of the reboot or whatever. Like, is that... Like, do you guys think, based on what he says in this video... He says the Flash resets the universe. Then he says the DCU starts with Superman. Okay, so Chris says the Flash resets the universe and the DCU starts with Superman. But would that imply then that the team at the end of the Flash movie is the team? Or is there no Justice League whatsoever when Barry comes back? Okay, so that could make sense. That could make sense. And that is true. Like, if he's saying, like, that is, that the Flash is resetting the universe, and he's saying, like, yo, that's our reset, and then the Superman movie starts the new DCU. Right. But here's the thing. Like, he's doing an Amanda Waller show using Viola Davis's voice. It seems like she's going to continue. I don't think it's a clean reboot. Like, it can't be a clean reboot, right? Yeah, and Peacemaker's a part of the Waller show. Wow. So he's keeping his toys. He's keeping his toys. He's writing a bunch of this. I don't know, dude. I have to try to digest how I feel about this. Let's pull up the Authority stuff, because the Authority's freaking awesome. I want to talk a little bit about the Authority. So, this is a team that was originally known as Stormwatch, I believe, in maybe some Grant Morrison stuff. So what is the Authority? To put it simply, the Authority is a team of cynical, brutally pragmatic superheroes. The group first appeared in 1999's The Authority, a title by writer Warren Ellis and artist Brian Hitch. Dude, that shit was legendary. You got to go read that run. Some of the team members and concepts originated during Ellis's run on Stormwatch. Wait, what was Stormwatch? Stormwatch was a team book created by Jim Lee, maybe you've heard of him, published for the Wildstorm imprint. A title followed superhero Black Ops group funded by the United Nations, considered it to be a prequel to The Authority. How did the Authority form? After the United Nations shut down Stormwatch, Jenny Sparks, more on her in a moment, she's a really fun character, gathered some of the group's former members along with a few new faces to form the new team. Jenny realized that disbanding Stormwatch left the world vulnerable to attack, and she wanted to stay one step ahead. However, unlike Stormwatch, this new team wouldn't have to worry about the United Nations or any political implications as they dealt with enemy threats. In other words, they answer to their own authority! They said it. They said the thing. Who are the members? Like most superhero teams, the Authority has a rotating roster of powerhouses. Here's a brief rundown of their original lineup. Jenny Sparks, a woman who can manipulate electricity as if that wasn't enough. She's also considered the spirit of the 20th century. Born in 1900, Jenny stopped aging when she turned 19 and secretly influenced most of the century's biggest turning points. This character will likely be played by James Gunn's wife. Let's keep going. Apollo, Awesome character. The solar battery with super strength, invulnerability, and flight. Sound familiar? Yeah, it kind of sounds like Superman's. Apollo is one of the first openly gay characters to appear in mainstream comics. He's married to Midnighter, one of his Authority teammates. Okay, so now we got to talk about this. Here's the thing. This is so crazy to me because I was just talking to Paul from Heavy Spoilers about Apollo and Midnighter. It was several weeks ago, and the context of that conversation was one where I said, we were actually talking about like representation, and sometimes when like pushing of representation can feel sort of patronizing and feel like weirdly out of touch. So like, for instance, like I love Midnighter and Apollo. I think they're literally one of the best couples, period, of comics ever. Just literally one of the best couples ever. And it's like, yes, they're gay, but to me, like, to just make them the gay couple, or to say, like, the first openly gay character is almost, like, patronizing, and it almost, like, detracts from what they really are, and that's just incredibly well-written, compelling characters that happen to be gay. Now, your mileage may vary on that, because some of you are going to be like, no, like, that's dope, celebrate it, put it forefront. I'm the type of person I think, like, for instance, I think DC put them in a all LGBT book like a couple of years back. I personally thought that was weird. I was like, now they're just the gay characters. But there's so much more than that. They're incredible. So I don't know. Your mileage may vary on that. But regardless of all that, fuck all that. Apollo and Midnighter are incredible. And I can't wait to see them. The Engineer, a woman who infused herself with nanomachines, causing her body to transform into liquid metal. She can interface with any machine from toasters to mainframes. She can also shapeshift and use her liquid metal body to create any object she imagines. The Engineer is awesome. Very, very powerful character. Super fun. The Doctor, though. This is going to be one of, I think, a lot of people's favorites characters. The latest in a long line of Earth sorcerers. The Doctor is one of the greatest magic users on the planet. He's also a recovering junkie trying to put his life back together. And boy, does that go a weird way in the run. But yeah, super cool. Like, the Doctor is awesome. He's like almost like a Hunter S. Thompson Doctor Strange hybrid. Very interesting character. I really like him. Swift, a woman with the ability to manifest wings and claws. When she's airborne, Swift's speed is greater than most of Earth's speedsters. Imagine looking up at the sky and seeing a winged woman with claws diving down after you. Let me imagine that real quick. Oh, God! Cool. Midnighter, a former soldier with enhanced abilities and probably the most widely known member of the Authority thanks to his self-titled series and appearances in books like Nightwing. Midnighter can see how a battle will play out before it begins, making him the Authority's master tactician. Think of him as more psychic version of Batman. Yeah, he's got these crazy implants. He's also much stronger than Batman. Yeah, crazy. And then you've got Jack Hawksmoor, a man who is given a strange ability after aliens abducted and experimented on him. Jack has super strong psychic abilities which allow him to form a symbiotic connection to whatever city he comes into contact with. He's also the group's resident jerk, which is saying a lot since we're talking about the Authority here. Yeah. Dude, they're an awesome team, man. Like, I love this team, and I can't wait. I'm going to go back and reread the first Warren Ellis run. Then Mark Waid took over and did an incredible run himself. Dude, they're so fun. They're so fun. And, you know, what James did with Guardians of the Galaxy, bringing, like, kind of a more obscure team into the mainstream and making them really popular, like, I think he's perfect for the Authority. And I think, you know, he said this is a passion project of his. Love to hear that shit. Like, that gets me really, really excited. And I think this will end up being really, really awesome. I guess the only, like, issue or potential problem here is how will the Authority tie into whatever this crazy, wider, bigger story is going on? Because I believe in his video he said they're going to interact with all the other characters. So is the Authority film actually the event film? Is that going to end up being like that, the Justice League thing that happens towards the end of this phase? I don't know. And will we see an Apollo Superman fight? Batman versus Midnighter. could be really crazy. So, I don't know. To me, like, the standout is obviously Authority. I'm super hyped on it. And then you've got, Booster Gold, really fun character. He is, as James said, a loser from the future that comes back and acts all cool in our timeline, but he's actually a dweebus. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm having trouble like digesting all of this, man. What are people saying on the tweeters? Should we see? Swamp Thing's cool. Wait, where the fuck? Okay, there we are. Oh, guys, I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of stuff that has me mad confused. Mad confused. Who do you think will be the big bad? I don't know. I mean, I would love if it was the like, what if it's Black Lanterns? Because if it is the Green Lanterns that are sort of figuring out the Slate or figuring out the big macro problem, what if it ends up being like Necron? Yeah, no Lobo mentioned. Interesting, right? Interesting. I feel like they probably are like, let's not announce Lobo until after Aquaman 2, because if you notice, he didn't say shit about Aquaman 2. Yeah. Superman origin film or no? I don't know if it's an origin film for sure, but it's going to be a younger Superman. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. All right, I'm going to go through some of the super chats, guys. I'll hang out in the chat for a little bit and see just kind of like what you guys are thinking about. Oh, he did mention Aquaman 2. What did he say? He said something about Aquaman 2. It was brief, but he mentioned it. What did he say? Just name dropped it? I know, it will be Elseworlds, that's yeah. He literally said, and then Aquaman? He said Aquaman 2 exists? Okay. So Aquaman is a part of the DCU. It's not an Elseworld? It's a soft reboot, basically. He's keeping those that kiss the ring and his creations. Basically, hello, I'm James Gunn. F you, F your Superman. Goodbye. Yeah, a little bit, huh? I don't know why so many people in the chat are so negative. This is a million times better than what DC has been doing for the last decade. Is it, though? Because I'm not convinced. Like, I don't know, man. I was literally more hyped looking at the list. Just looking at the list, I was like, dude, oh my God, this is cool. That's cool. This is cool. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, Winter Soldier. Okay, soft reboot. Gotcha. Fahad says, can't believe some of my predictions were close. What do you think? I think the actual plan is way better than what was announced. I think the actual plan is really good. I think that video was horrible. But the plan itself, I think, is good. I'm really excited for Authority. I'm really excited for the Green Lantern. Game of Thrones style Wonder Woman show. Cool. I think the only other issue here is like, this is seemingly talking the talk. But then again, you have to produce this. Like, if this shit is mid, like, if that Superman movie is mid, I just don't know that any of this matters. You know? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Finally, Batman and his Robin in the movies again. That's true. And look, I am excited about Brave and the Bold. That seems cool. It does. Jake says, so my understanding, they're going to use Flash to kind of soft reset the universe. This could be very interesting if they do it right. Yeah, if they do it right, it would be awesome. The Authority must be the antagonist? No. Yeah, I have the member chat thing going on. Let's see here. I'll go through some of them. Feels awesome to be hyped about DC, says Mike Toast. It's true. I'd love for a Green Lantern to be the first film at the end. A lantern sees the destruction of Krypton. That would be pretty crazy. Is that concept art for the movie Suits? I don't know what you're referring to. First film, Superman, on July 11th. My brother passed in October. Superman was his favorite hero. His birthday is July 11th. I'm in tears. Damn, dude. Sorry to hear about that, but, you know, maybe he'll be there with you in spirit when you go to see it. July 11th, 2025. So maybe they'll film it next year. Josh, stop being a hater. Let's wait and see. Dude, what are you talking about? This is part of seeing. Wait and see. I've been waiting all goddamn January. All month. So this is seeing. And now I'm reacting to what I saw. Holy shit. Called Brave and the Bold, to be honest, was looking for Flash/GA and GL. Kind of mid overall, though. I kind of feel like it's a little mid, too. Alex says, I'm so happy about Damian. Now give me the Nightwing/Red Hood/Red Robin. Affleck to direct. That would be pretty sick. That would be fun. Calling it Legacy has John Kent. Give me Super Sons. Ooh. I love the Super Sons. And like what Tomasi was doing at that time with DC was really cool. I did read the Super Sons book, and I read his like basically after they merged old Superman and New 52 Superman. Super weird thing. But I did read that run for a good bit. It was cool. Josh, hype level 1,000 because Marvel Snap just dropped Friendly Battles. Let the tournament begin. Wait, they did drop it? I thought they were waiting until tomorrow. Let's see here. Authority plus Swamp Thing. Have you read Planetary? I do. I have a trade paperback of Planetary. It's pretty sick, dude. It's pretty sick. What do I think of the Supergirl idea? I think it could be great. He said the Tom King run, right? That was inspiration. Tom King better get paid then. Yeah, I think that could be cool. Could be real good. Let's see here. Superman is my favorite character of all time, but even have to admit, starting with another character would be more interesting to me. Start Cosmic with Green Lantern or just anything different. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that Superman movie could be incredible. I do love Superman, and like if he nails it on that, it's going to be a super big deal. So maybe that's like the move is to go there first. Zoe says he basically saying we still have to push these movies because Warner Brothers is broke, and we need whatever money these movies make to fund future projects. So go watch them, please. Remember, business is business. Yeah, but I just wouldn't have said it because it like muddles down the message. Like, is this about the DCU or is this about like, you know, I don't know, bro. I hear you though. Josh I says, crazy week. My bobcat killed my favorite chicken. What? My engine blew up taking my kids to Disneyland. What? And hit a bird on the way home from Disneyland with the rental car. But Disneyland was fun and we are safe. Oh my God, bro. Holy cow, man. Going through it. Sorry about that, Josh. That's crazy. What we thinking about this slate, baby? I've seen overall positive vibes. I'm hyped as I've ever been as a DC fan, and we finally got to the light. LMAO. Dude, yeah, so I am excited, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. Not as excited as I thought I was going to be. Like, I have to sort of sit with this for a second, because there's some really good stuff. There's also a lot of, like, areas of concern. You know? I don't know, man. I don't know. And I think a lot of us feel similar because the poll results that we had, like, it had a lot of people at sort of middle of the road hype. And, you know, to be fair, I can see why a lot of DC fans would be very excited about this considering where DC has been. I don't know. I feel like it was just sloppy. It wasn't very clear. But there are projects to get excited for. You know what I mean? So, yeah. John says, what is the Flash rebooting, actually? Superman didn't show his face. Cyborg, who is a no-show. Wonder Woman. 2 Batmans. It's rebooting to have more Elseworld instead of just a brand new DCU. It's confusing. Yeah, I know. Look, the Batman thing bothers the fuck out of me, if I'm being honest with you. Not that I don't like, and I even liked that first movie, right? I thought like the Batman was mid as hell. But sure, do more Batman. That's fine. But then why are you killing all this other stuff? How does that become Elseworld, but not some of this other stuff? You can't slap Elseworld on Black Adam? You can't make Black Adam 2? Elseworlds? Like, how are you the guy that thinks you need one actor to the degree to which you want them to voice the characters in animation? And yet you're going to allow another Batman and Joker to exist. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. Like, what actual project announcements are you least excited about? Nerdventure for life! I would probably just say the animated stuff. Like, whether it was animated or live action, I would not have cared about a Waller show. Like, in any way, shape, or form. And then Creature Commandos. I'm good. Like, I'm literally not going to watch those. Like, what? So, yeah, those seem pretty whack. But, of course, Authority, Brave and the Bold, Superman Legacy, I guess, even though we don't know anything about it. No mention of Peacemaker 2, huh? Isn't that interesting? Okay. All right, guys. I got to get out of here. Any last minute thoughts? Any last minute things? I've got to get out of here because I got to go work on my video. And I have to sit and I've got to think for a second there. I'm going to do this. As soon as I turn the cameras off, this is going to be me. So, you got me member chat? No, I did. I went over it. You said Superman who didn't show his face, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, 2 Batmans. Yeah, I went into a whole thing on it. Did I see the article about Jon Favreau walking away from the book of Boba Fett because of Kathy? I did, but I mean, bounding into comics, like what track record do they have? They don't, as far as I understand it, they don't have sources. This is why Batfleck was removed from Aquaman 2. Affleck is not a part of the soft reboot, but Moa might be. Did Gunn make that vid in his mom's basement? He literally probably did. Boba was horrible. Bad show. Couple cool episodes, though. Greg, you're a bold one, Greg. So, David Zaslav. Here's the craziest thing. David Zaslav's like, there won't be 4 Batman. But there will be 2. Sheesh. All right, everybody. Much love. No public stream tomorrow. I'll do a Nerdventure stream. It might have to be in the evening. I'll let you guys know. Look out for a video breaking it all down. Much love. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? This motherfucker just missed a layup. Let's be honest. Can we just be honest with each other? Can we now that everybody's gone, now that everybody left and all the fair weather watchers can we just this motherfucker, he missed a layup. Sheesh. Okay. All right, everybody. Much love. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself. Make sure you open up your third eye and wash out your butt.